ประธานที่ปรึกษานะครับคุณนฤทธิ์สิงห์วังชาครับพลตรีดำรงศิมัคขจรบุญ and the promoter คุณสุพนัทจันแรม and Mr. Brico Sante and the inspector Mr. ธนัทสารบานแพทย์สนามนะครับคุณจิรศักดิ์บุพาชาติ and วิการดาศรีกิม We are now live from the World Siam Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, are we ready?
Showdown, warriors clash tonight.
First bout is scheduled for 6 rounds of action at the limit of the featherweight division. Calling first to the ring from the blue corner, Manot Comput.
Battle of Bangkok, flames arise. Battle of Bangkok, in your eyes. Echoes of war, thunder cries. Battle of Bangkok, no disguise. Towers crumble, steel and bone. Voices clash, the unknown. Dreams dissolve in the zone. Blood and dust, a kingdom throne. Pulse of drums, pulse of veins. Feel the fire, break the chains. Battle of Bangkok, flames arise. Battle of Bangkok.
Now entering the ring from the red corner, Woraprat Jaoue.
Dance to the beat, let your body set free. This is the place where you wanna be. Lights flash colors, seen in a dream. Join the rhythm, become the theme. Feel the rise as the sound ascends. We're together, friends till the end. Hands in the air, shout loud and clear. Tonight.
Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black trunks with blue trim. With a professional boxing record of 18 victories, 40 defeats, and no bouts even. Hailing out of and proudly representing Thailand, Manot Comput.
To the beat, let your body set free. This is the place.
And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with black trim. With a professional boxing record of 1 victory, no losses, and no bouts even. Hailing out of and proudly representing Thailand, Woraprat Jaoue. And your referee in charge of the action once it begins, referee Thanagon Kantong. And the 3 judges scoring ringside, Judge Warut Dun Kao, Judge Pimai Posuwan, and Judge Carlos Costa.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back for Highland Boxing Promotions. My name is Jimmy, and today we've got a special guest in the booth. We have got Adam Etches. Thanks for joining us, Adam.
Pleasure. Looking forward to it.
All right, here we are, folks, for the first fight of this afternoon. Live at World Siam Stadium. Round number 1 about to get underway. Scheduled for 6 rounds in the featherweight division. Woraprat Jaoue in the red corner, taking on Manot Comput in the blue corner. Both fighters representing Thailand. Woraprat with a perfect record of 1 win, 0 losses. Manot Comput, definitely a veteran of the sport with over 58 fights in professional boxing. Big right hand upstairs there by Woraprat. But Woraprat looks like he's just controlling the distance right now. I think Comput's just on that back foot trying to get some openings, but he's waiting a bit too long here, Adam.
Yeah, I'd like to see John Pop working the body. Looks open to the body.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where we know going to the body is easier said than done. Of course, there's that risk of getting countered as he moves in. But you can see Woraprat circling around his opponent, keeping Comput in the center of the ring, already 1 minute into the first round. Big shot to the body there by Manot. Manot now starting to come alive with some big shots upstairs. Big swing and a miss by Comput.
Yeah, it's important to have a good defense, especially early on in the fight.
Nice double jab there by Woraprat. And like you said, just keeping that nice defense early on. You don't want to give too much away. You don't want to risk too much damage. Very often boxers will allow themselves to be jabbed at by their opponent, believing they can take it in the first few rounds with the energy that they have. But those shots add up towards the end of the fight. Big overhand right there by Comput. So do you think Comput is just aiming for that one overhand right? Do you think he's found a little bit of a gap in the defense of Woraprat?
He knows his way around the ring. He's got plenty of experience. It looks to me like he's not wasting his shots.
And that's a big jumping left hook there by Woraprat. And that's exactly what you just mentioned. He's not wasting his shots, so he's making every shot count. I mean, 6-round action. Beautiful left hook there, but again, Comput, as soon as he's under pressure, Adam, he starts to throw that overhand right.
Yeah, he's dangerous, definitely early on. But I think Woraprat should be able to break him down in the back end of the fight.
I mean, maybe Woraprat is going for that end game right now. Thank you everyone for joining us here for our first fight of the night. We have got 13 fights scheduled in the booth. We have got Adam Etches, former professional boxer as well. Final 10 seconds of this round. So what are you making of it so far, Adam?
Entertaining fight. Both landed some good shots and both looked composed.
Could you go either way with that round? I mean, to me, there was very similar output. Both fighters landing heavy shots, but who would you give that first round to?
50-50, very close round, but I'd probably slightly edge towards Woraprat. I just think his work was a bit more cleaner.
Likewise, so here we see some of the action replays. You can see Woraprat getting that right hand through. He's not really putting too much meat behind the shot, Adam. I mean, he seems to be flicking it in there without really going or really extending his shots. But I do notice that with Comput, he's got that overhand right, but he's still taking damage in the process. What did you make of it?
Yeah, he's getting it with shots, so it'd be interesting to see if he keeps getting it. If Woraprat can go up a gear or two, maybe he can hopefully get him out of there towards the end of the fight.
And I feel the same way. Woraprat just needs to maybe put on that pressure. I mean, if you're in Comput's corner, do you think he should be doing something a little bit different?
Yeah, maybe he would just jab a bit more and just keep tight.
All right, here we are, folks. Round number 2 underway. Featherweight division scheduled for 6. Woraprat in the red corner taking on Manot. Comput in the blue corner. Thailand takes on Thailand live on Triller TV. And you can see Manot Comput coming alive right now, really coming forward, gets him inside the clinch here. Referee just breaking them apart. Back on that back foot they go. Big exchanges there by Comput. I mean, that's the thing with Comput. Although, you know, he's got a lot of losses on his record, those losses are still experience in the boxing game, right, Adam?
Yeah, he knows his way around the ring for sure.
Both fighters holding central ring here. And it seems to be a battle of King of the Hill right now. Who can hold that center of the ring? Who can stay in control of the fight? I just think Woraprat, although he hasn't got the experience Comput's had, I think that's where he's lacking right now. He's not really putting the pressure on Comput when he needs to. I think he's a little bit too timid of that overhand right of Comput.
Yeah, maybe he'll roll the dice a bit in the second half of the fight.
And when you say roll the dice, Adam, what types of things do you think he should be doing?
Just letting his hands go a bit more, but of course making sure he's got a good defence because Comput's dangerous, especially with that backhand over the top.
Yeah, definitely not a fighter to be overlooked. I mean, we often see this with fighters who, you know, have had lots of losses on the record, but as we've mentioned, that is experience at the end of the day. But you can see Woraprat has got a very difficult opponent in front of him. He's only had one professional fight, and he's already in there with someone who's had nearly 60 professional fights. And this is what Woraprat needs to do, I believe. Coming alive, being extensive, keep throwing those shots. But again, Comput swings back, starts to show his experience here, Adam.
Yeah, this is good. If he keeps doing this and there's not much coming back, maybe he'll get what he wants.
Big right hands getting through. Even when Woraprat doesn't see an opening, he's still throwing at the guard of Comput.
Yeah, good body shots, good head shots also, but up the middle, it looks open up the middle.
And that's the other thing here. There's a good fighter, but there's a good fighter who can listen to their corner, and that's where I think he realizes is that Comput's coming in with just his head face down. Woraprat really needs to exercise that uppercut. Beautiful short left hand, nice and crisp on the chin there. Big shot to the body landed there, absolutely under the ribcage. And you're starting to see him come alive now here, Adam. He's starting to piece up Comput ever so slightly.
Yeah, definitely. He looks in good condition as well, so I'm sure there to keep the pace.
Beautiful body work coming in here by Woraprat. Very, very effective. Big overhand right. Run at the end, but protect yourself at all times. That is the end of round number 2. We're going into a third round in just a moment. We're going to have some action replays for you. Adam, can you talk us through some of these action replays?
Yeah, it's a very entertaining fight. Comput's still dangerous though. He's hooking up and he's looking for that right hand over the top.
Sneaky overhand right. Even though we all know it's coming, he's still finding a way to get in. Now, moments like that, that's where, you know, Woraprat had such a great moment, just really electric inside the pocket, but not really hitting the target, but hitting everything that he can see and that's available. Do you think that's the right method, or should he be a bit more selective?
I think he's looking to wear him down and he's doing a good job. That was a better round than the first round for sure. I have him winning up to now.
Yeah, I think that's definitely 2 rounds up. I mean, that first round, output, very similar in terms of shots connected, but here we are, halfway into the first fight already. Thailand takes on Thailand. Woraprat in the red corner, white shorts, black trim. Manot Comput in the blue corner, black shorts with the blue trim. And here we see Woraprat wasting no time at all, going straight to the body of his opponent. Big uppercuts getting through here by Woraprat, but you can see every time Woraprat risks that left hook at him, it seems that Comput just starts to throw those overhand rights, those uppercuts in between. He's still very dangerous.
100%. I'd like to see Woraprat create a little angle, a little step off and create an angle.
It seems like he's just moving forward in one dimension. Do you think he's got to like just rotate around his opponent?
Yeah, just get an opening easier that way. A little off a step, and it changes the dimensions of the fight.
Already 1 minute into the third round of this fight. We're already halfway through this fight already. Both fighters seem to be a little bit more inside the pocket now, a little bit more risk-reward ratios here. Big shots getting through, but again, Comput gets that cheeky left hook through the guard, and those overhand rights, but again, left hook by Woraprat.
Great shot, great shot.
And this is where Woraprat needs to be. He needs to start just throwing, but he's got to believe in his shots. But here we see Manot Comput coming right back. Dangerous as ever.
Very dangerous. Important to keep a tight defence, even when you're throwing. Move the head before and after your punch.
And I think that's what Woraprat kind of started to neglect there. Manot Comput, being a veteran of the sport, knows how to roll with the punches. He knows how to absorb a lot of the shots. You see all these beautiful shots he's getting through. Those uppercuts, to me, should not be landing on the more, the younger and healthier version, which is Woraprat. He should be a little bit more angle-oriented with his attacks.
Yeah, use his feet to get in and out a little bit more. But he's young. He's only had one fight. He's keen. So this is
good learning experience regardless, but I mean, Manot Comput, very, very tough customer from Thailand, just coming forward, very good representation of the Thai fighters as well, just very, very tough, really gritty, wants to stay in there, will give you everything they possibly can.
So it's been a great first fight, that is for sure.
Final moment of round number 3 here. Central ring, and now we see Manot Comput starting to dig to the body here. Woraprat, I think, just doesn't have the experience to deal with someone who's just very tough coming forward at you. Needs to use those angles, needs to get that jab working for him. I'd like to see some lead uppercuts from him as well. Just use that jab to kind of fence off your opponent. But here we see some of the action replays. Adam, can you talk me through some of what we're seeing in some of these replays?
Yeah, Woraprat just needs to tighten his defence up a little bit. He's doing well, but he's getting caught a little bit easy for my liking.
And you can see those body shots getting in as well. So body shots are one of those punches that, you know, they don't really pay off in that moment sometimes, but they do pay off later in the fight. However, only scheduled for 6 rounds, so there's not too much of a waiting game here. You've got to push forward. But here we are, folks, going into the next round in just a moment here. Okay, here we are. Round number 4. Passing that halfway mark right now. These are the rounds that matter the most. If you've given up 1 or 2 rounds, you now have to play catch-up. You now need to dominate some of these rounds. I do think Woraprat is winning, but that previous round, Adam, you could have argued it goes to Manot Comput for just some of the output. And also the judges here tend to favour the fighter that goes forward.
Yeah, just like seeing Woraprat using his jab a little bit more. But yeah, it's a very entertaining fight. Good footwork. It's a real pick-em.
And it's one of those fights where I just didn't expect it to go this way and be this competitive after that first round. I thought Woraprat would be dancing around, but then, you know, you can never count people out. Manot Comput proving why he's the veteran of the sport, rolling with the shots, delivering beautiful uppercuts, going to the body of Woraprat, making it really difficult for this young man's second fight.
Yeah, he's won 40 fights, he only lost 18, so he's very good fighter with good experience, so can't take him for granted.
I mean, Manot Comput's had 58 fights. He may have lost the majority of those fights, but like we've said before, a defeat in boxing doesn't mean it's nothing. It's still experience inside that ring. Nice jab right down there, down the middle there. Right hand over the top by Manot Comput. Left hand to the right. Woraprat really coming alive here. Left hook to the body there, swinging in by Comput. Starting to come alive a bit more now, Adam. Do you think it's a form of desperation in this 4th round?
Yeah, he's still in there. He's in there. Woraprat is going for it. Comput needs to keep it tight.
And I think this is where Woraprat really needs to push that pressure, but like you said in the previous rounds, he's not really using angles. He seems to just be coming straight down the middle, right?
Yeah, and I'd like to see him using that jab a little bit more. That would also keep Comput away, keep him off, give him something to think about.
But you can see Manot Comput just starting to tire ever so slightly now. Woraprat has read this, he smelt the blood maybe, but again, Manot Comput, even when I think he's out, he's still available.
Oh, brilliant shot.
Manot Comput, visibly tired, visibly fatigued, but to me, is he not playing possum ever so slightly here? Final moments of this round, and that'll be the end of the round number 4. We're going into a 5th round in just a moment, but thoughts on that round, Adam?
Yeah, very entertaining fight, very good round again. Just, I think Comput is there for the taking if Woraprat can step up another gear. But it's difficult. You've got to be careful you don't get caught. Comput's still dangerous. But Woraprat's doing well. I think he's winning the fight. He's winning it for sure. Just needs to not get caught with shots and hopefully try and step it up 1 more gear and try and get him out of there.
Because I think he's not necessarily got the knockout power in him, but he could go for the overwhelming power, which is just punches and bunches. The shoe shine method, as Sugar Ray Leonard used to call it, where you just overwhelm your opponent with punches and hope for the best that the referee steps in.
Yeah, 3s and 4s, angles, body and head. He's doing well. Let's see how this next round pans out.
And for those watching who don't know what 3s and 4s are, Adam, how would you describe 3s and 4s?
But, you know, shots to the head, shots to the body, combination punches.
And here you have it, boxing lessons from the great Adam Etches in the booth right now. For the 3s and 4s, I always thought were left hooks and right hooks. Oh wait, sorry, I thought we were going for 6 rounds. Peter Denman about to get in the ring to announce the winner. Peter. It's a 4-round fight, not 6 rounds. My mistake, folks. We are going by what's on our piece of paper. So here we are with Peter Denman with the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first 2 judges scores it 36-40, and the third judge scores it 37-39. And your winner, by way of unanimous decision, Woraprat Jaoue, the red corner.